beautiful fall colors of Simcoe County draw thousands of visitors every year. Each Thanksgiving weekend, it is also home to the Images Studio Tour, one of Ontario's finest and longest-running juried art events. For the diverse group of outstanding artists on the tour, this is an important opportunity to showcase their work in their own studios and introduce themselves to a new audience. Here are just some of the artists we followed as they prepared for this unique studio tour. Marlene Bulas. Her happy paintings are filled with life and the joy of creating art from the world around us.
I have been associated with the Images Studio Tour, I would say 12 years. It's an opportunity for me each year to have to get my work to look fresh, different, appealing, and I enjoy new people coming that I haven't met before, and I also enjoy being with new artists who are on the tour and being involved. I enjoy the studio tour every year because of all the people that I reconnect with. A lot of them are people who come back to my studio gallery, and also many new people. It's also great fun to find out where some of the people come from. England, the US, Australia. I've had people from lots of faraway places, and I find that most interesting that they have come and explored our area and the artists in the area, and it's always been a totally enjoyable experience for me. Every time I have a tour, I always have work that would be quite different, which people might be a little bit surprised that I'm doing, because I'm certainly known for a certain type of work, which is mostly landscapes of our local area. And of course, water scenes, villages, whimsical people. I seem to have a certain area where I'm well known. And every now and then I like to do something that's just a little bit different and give people a little surprise. This is my collage of the birds, the empty nesters. Well, I've painted chickens, you know, in the farmyard, of course, because I do emphasize a lot of the country life, what with the roads and the rolling country hills where we live. And I certainly have done farm animals, but these, I would say these birds have definitely a personality, and they're very whimsical and humorous. I find that you almost can hear them saying something funny to each other, like, well, why would you think I did that? Or something like that, you know, just lets your mind go. I think that's what painting should be. It should get the viewer involved. It's not just looking at something and then kind of walking away from it, but really look at it, and at least for 20 seconds, let your mind just go, have fun. This used to be a hawk. This is where Gordy Lightfoot actually used to come down and practice guitar many, many years ago. And now it is a playroom for grandkids that come here, or any children, and of course, naturally, any space that I can get, I use it for my art. After I finish a painting, or I'm working on a painting, I set it up on one of the easels and look at it for a few days, walk by it, sit and try kind of critique it. And so it's very much a part of the art process, because once it is painted, then it goes out here, and then it's reviewed in a different way. And I see many, many, many things I need to change on my paintings. I'm looking at just different things. How does it read? For example, I had this area here dark. And when I stood back and looked, I thought, no, I want the eye to come up the road. The painting is we're leading you into this painting. And I want you to be coming in along the road. Well, if this is dark, it just is not as welcoming. And so I've changed that and lightened it considerably. And also I thought, well, it needs some life here. I know there's probably people around in the barns, but I put some horses in. Good paintings do have something that have a feeling that connects with someone. They're going to say, oh, I know exactly that feeling of driving up that road. It's so amazing, and nice sunny day and looking out at all the beautiful things around us. It's just a joyful, happy experience. Well, this is my studio, and this is where I do all my paintings. And right now I'm working on a painting. I was in Ireland in the 1st of July. I just kind of started it, and so now I'm just going to just proceed as I would normally, using my painting as a reference. Okay, so now what? It's coming. It needs to dry, and because paint sometimes looks a bit different when it dries, as I said about the acrylic paints. So, but yes, it's going to be fine. I know it. It'll be fun, but it does need to sit, and probably go out in the other room on an easel, and I'll be standing back a lot looking at it. I probably should have stood back a few more times to look at what I was doing, but anyways, I'm just in the process, and no, I've got good thoughts about it.
Hi there, welcome. Have you been here before?
We have definitely been here before.
This one up here,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, didn't you know
That is interesting, because that is a new thing for me to do, is to put kayaks in paintings. But because I started kayaking myself, I thought, you know what, I bet you do.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
But I do
Nice to have that. Thank you.
I like the color. There's so much color in them.
Usual Ducks Unlimited painting. Oh, yes. Hello, welcome to my studio.
very busy lady.
What I've seen, I like her color scheme. It's bright and cheery. The subjects she's picking too are familiar stuff, so that makes it kind of homey. Yeah, So it's familiar and homey, and it's kind of relaxing. And the color schemes, those are the things that come to mind right at the first. So.
Well, my weekend was so great. It was absolutely beyond my wildest dreams. It was fun. It was kind of like having an open house where friends you haven't seen in a long time drop in, but then lots of new friends also came, and it was very wonderful. I can't say there was a moment that wasn't interesting or just a great time. It was very successful. I think probably even more so. There certainly were more people, which at times, some of my gallery rooms were so crowded that people were almost shoulder to shoulder, and I couldn't even get into some of the rooms, so I had to stand back. And that's unusual. I've never had that before, to have that many people at one time. Sometimes you think the world doesn't seem to notice your art, or nothing much is happening, but this weekend certainly made you feel special because you're an artist and that you're doing something that people actually really enjoy and appreciate. I feel very, very honored and blessed to be able to be an artist, and I hear so many times that your art makes me smile, it makes me feel happy, and you know, when that happens, I just think it's great that I have this privilege of being able to do something that I love, but also that other people also love and enjoy.